I was hoping you did, because the next thing I was going to do was ask.
Good afternoon and welcome to the City Council informational meeting. The meeting will start in 60 seconds.
I think he has been.
I'd like to welcome everybody to this, the 4 o'clock informational meeting of Tuesday, July 9th, 2013. And the bets are still taking bets how long this gavel's going to last. Okay. Anyway, we'll call this meeting to order, and we're going to start with a report from the Fiscal Committee. Sue, please.
Thank you, Council Chair Antonin. We met last Tuesday, and we had a presentation by Director of Public Works Mark Cotter on bond funding for both the Lewis and Clark project and the floodplain project. After giving us the historical information on the floodplain project, Mark went on to tell us that after Hurricane Katrina, the government had required FEMA to update all flood maps, and it was at that point that the city determined that they wanted to advance fund the project to get it moving forward in a more timely fashion. And it was agreed that the federal government would pay the city back. Of course, we all know that that's not always a done deal. But the city did, through a bonding, advance funded the city's share and a portion of the federal government's share. And if you were to reconcile that all in the end, the federal government would owe the city approximately $10.7 million. The project is almost completed. However, the Corps of Engineers has been backed in, and they have flagged some additional structures. So the expectation today is that the project should be completed by March of 2014, and the city hopes to have certification of the work then done by April of 2014, and all the documents submitted to FEMA by May of 2014, but then it will be another 2 years, 24 months, before updated maps will come back to the then sitting council. If you were to look at the projected costs and everything now, if you were to reconcile the project, the federal government at the end will owe the city $10.7 million. He then went on and spoke on the Lewis and Clark project, and the city's cost for 28 million gallons. There was an agreement or policy by the city council back in 2000, I think before we were on, 2009, when they did the bonding for it. And there was an issuance of 70 million bond, and 64 million of that was for prepayment of our water. We additionally asked for 10 million gallons, but after a study was done in 2004, looking at the potential population growth, it was determined that we would need an additional 17 million gallons of water, and so that's a total of 28 million gallons that were prepaid from the proceeds of the 64 million. There will be additional dollars needed in the future as additional wells are dug but they don't think that that will need to happen until 2022. One other point during our open discussion that I wanted to bring forward was we had called Director Cotter back in as we were discussing the FEMA funds. And I had been asked by constituents whether the council had in past years voted on whether to receive FEMA funds or not. And under this council, the sitting council right now, we all remember back at the sewer collapse, and FEMA funds were received for that, and we didn't vote whether to receive them or not. And Director Cotter said, and Director Turbeck came back in, and they both confirmed that if we do receive FEMA funds, that those dollars would go back into the fund that we had taken the dollars from to begin with. So without any council action. So that's basically what happened. Any questions?
Any questions for Councilor Egler? Is there any other items on open discussion? Anybody?
Open discussion.
Councilor Anderson, please.
Just on a good note, last weekend, Sioux Falls had another event in the city. It was called the Ringneck Softball Tournament. It was girls from 10 to 18 years old, 132 teams from 7 states in Canada. It was played at both Sherman and Harmadon Park. It was a great weekend for businesses.
Good, thank you, Councilor Anderson. Councilor Aguilar, did you have any other thing on open discussion? I just want to remind Council of that on Wednesday, July 17th, from 3 to 6, we have scheduled a CIP budget work session. If the councilors have any requirements of directors to be here for any presentation or questions for them, please give their name, give your contact Dave Bixler, please, and he'll make the arrangements. We have had a couple of requests, so we will start the meeting at 3 o'clock. Also, let's see, public services. Councilor Anderson, coming up after this meeting, we have a committee meeting.
Today at the Public Services meeting, we will be discussing the Sprinkler Task Force update and findings. We'll have Chief Sedaris and Dean Lanier reporting on the regulatory exceptions recommended by the Fire Sprinkler Task Force, along with the proposal to bring the city in compliance with state law.
Great. Thank you very much. Is there any other open discussion before the council? There being none, then, I'd like to call for our presentation, and I'd like to welcome Mark Shalanta, Chair for the Forward Sioux Falls Initiative. And welcome, Mark.
Thanks, Chair. Thank you for the opportunity to come today to recap 25 years. Is that what should do it? Get them both? Okay. Thank you for the opportunity to come here today. I'd like to give a recap of the 25 years of a successful Forward Sioux Falls program. As Chairman Entenmann said, my name is Mark Shalanta, and it's my privilege to chair the Joint Venture Management Committee of Forward Sioux Falls. We were able to celebrate 25 years of success because of the vision of those who came before us. Our story of achievement is something that other communities wish they could claim as their own. In Sioux Falls, we've become used to the kind of success that comes from collaboration. Even before 1987, Sioux Falls business leaders have had the attitude of whatever it takes to get it done. That's the attitude they've taken for decades. And in the 1980s, there was a time of incredible change in our community. We were worried about the future. The world was shifting from a manufacturing-based economy to a service-based economy. Sioux Falls faced new competition from other communities within the region, across the country as well as around the world. In addition, we found we were exporting one of our most precious resources, that being our young people. Our leaders determined that Sioux Falls could not wait passively for the future to occur. With the experience of attracting Eros in the 1970s and Citibank in the 1980s, the results of collaboration between the public and private sectors were positive. So the leadership of the Sioux Falls Area Chamber of Commerce and the Sioux Falls Development Foundation spent a year in strategic planning. The result of their efforts was Forward Sioux Falls, a joint venture between the two organizations. In the very first program of Forward Sioux Falls, there were 6 major areas the leaders wanted to focus on. First, they wanted to improve, expand, and diversify the economy. Second, to affect the expansion of existing business and relocation of business. Third, to increase employment opportunities and to generate additional payrolls. Fourth, to expand the tax bases and increase capital investments. Fifth, to continue our dominance as a medical and retail center. And sixth, to increase job retention, support existing industry, and assist in creating new businesses. What these visionaries did is plant seeds that continue to bear fruit today. They understood that growth is good for everyone. Instead of private businesses being concerned about their individual businesses, they were concerned about the entire business community throughout the region. The leadership team planned for regular reviews of the program. The benefit of a multi-year program like Forward Sioux Falls is the opportunity to re-examine the results of the investment. It is designed to be an evolving community initiative. 25 years ago, our community leaders asked, what must we do to ensure the vitality of tomorrow? The first Forward Sioux Falls program focused on improving our marketing and strategic positioning in the competitive area of economic development. We wanted to increase the number of jobs by 6,200, increase payroll by $100 million, and increase new capital investments by $250 million. During that program, we exceeded each of those goals. The second program extended our marketing efforts and sharpened the focus of government affairs and business advocacy. Forward Sioux Falls was significantly involved in the development and realization of the Sioux Falls Convention Center and Washington Pavilion projects, working with other community groups to make the projects a reality. In 1992, during the second program, Sioux Falls was named the best place to live in America by Money Magazine. Since then, we've won praise as a premier city for working women, home to some of the nation's lowest unemployment rates, a leader in per capita charitable giving, and we receive continued high marks for our strong economy, including being named the best city for business and careers by Forbes.com 9 of the last 10 years. And most recently, the National Journal asked the question, is Sioux Falls the next boomtown? These accolades affirm what we all know, that Sioux Falls is a great place to live. When it was time to determine the feasibility of the third program, the needs of the community had changed. The third program focused primarily on workforce development, affordable housing, and the beginning of a technology-based development. Ensuring affordable housing opportunities for the growing workforce has been a challenge. The Sioux Falls Area Chamber of Commerce formed the Sioux Empire Housing Partnership in 1997 to facilitate and promote affordable housing. The partnership has assisted with down payment assistance for first-time homebuyers, homebuyer education, establishing affordable neighborhoods, and neighborhood revitalization. In the first 10 years, it's estimated that Forward Sioux Falls' $1 million investment into affordable housing has multiplied to $13 million in economic activity, and that does not include the tax base created by new homeowners. The third program funded an in-depth research to evaluate the Sioux Falls area's technological infrastructure and post-secondary educational opportunities as well. Growing our workforce has evolved throughout the programs. In 1997, we developed a Workforce Development Council to promote job and career opportunities in the region. We've co-sponsored the South Dakota Business, Industry, and Government Job Fair for 23 years. This event brings together thousands of employers and soon-to-be graduates of our state's post-secondary institutions. Initial support from Forward Sioux Falls made this event possible. Shadow Ed is in its 16th year and helps prepare high school students for one-on-one shadow experiences with local experts. In the 2012-2013 school year, 350 students participated. Hopefully those 350 participants in the next 5 to 10 years will come back to our community and be involved in the continuing development of our workforce. In 2003, Forward Sioux Falls developed the Interns in Industry program, which matches local businesses with area post-secondary students. Forward Sioux Falls helps by giving scholarships to participants. Since the program started in 2003, Forward Sioux Falls has partnered with 63 businesses, offering 268 internships and awarding $134,000 in scholarships. Forward Sioux Falls has also embraced technology and created a portal website. Back when one website provided all of the information we needed to share about the community, that first site was siouxfalls.com. Today, it continues to provide a positive first impression of the community. The South Dakota Business Technology Center was our first foray into bricks and mortar when it opened in early 2004. During the fourth Forward Sioux Falls program, when it opened in early 2004 during the fourth Forward Sioux Falls program. Opening the Tech Center was a way to position Sioux Falls for success in an idea-driven economy. The infrastructure components included constructing the Tech Center, creating a technology and research park, increasing university and private industry research, expanding graduate and doctoral level education, and the availability of equity funding and loan financing for early stage technology companies. None of this happened overnight. In fact, we're still making progress on some of those components, but we've also seen great success. After 9 years of operation, the South Dakota Business Technology Center continues to have a major impact on the Sioux Falls economy. The 2012 impact data is still being collected, but as of the end of 2011, the South Dakota Technology Business Center clients and graduates have created 387 new jobs. Since 2004, they employ 443 people with an average annual salary that exceeds $70,000. They've achieved combined annual sales revenues of $130 million and secured $44.9 million in additional investment. Forward Sioux Falls also had an impact on job creation. In 2000, we commissioned a study and it was estimated that 8,000 jobs could be attributed to the program at that time. An updated study in 2005 showed that nearly 20% of all jobs in Sioux Falls that were created between 1987 and 2004 could be attributed to the Forward Sioux Falls program. Workforce development is also tied to talent attraction and sharing the opportunities available in the Sioux Falls area. Our fifth Forward Sioux Falls program successfully marketed to students in the region to retain that talent that was already here through the Stay Close, Go Far marketing campaign. We helped create a strong environment for doing business, and Forward Sioux Falls had a major impact on the quality of life of the region as well. Throughout all 6 of our programs, we've emphasized enhancing the quality of life for those of us who are here and as a way to attract new businesses and residents. For example, we helped turn the city's namesake, Falls Park, into a major tourist attraction. In 2003, the City of Sioux Falls and Forward Sioux Falls updated the Sioux Falls Greenway and Riverfront Master Plan. An update from the 1987 plan. Public input helped shape the direction the plan would take in improving the Greenway. Today, the River Greenway continues to be revitalized with new housing, restaurants, recreational opportunities, and reinvestment of the city's core. Outside of the city, and for nearly 30 years, turning the land at Blood Run into a state park seemed like a dream. Forward Sioux Falls provided local matching funds, along with the state, to help purchase some of the land encompassing the site. In 2012, Forward Sioux Falls provided some funds at that point to Blood Run again toward the master plan. And later this month, we're excited to participate in the dedication and ribbon cutting ceremony. I've shared with you a sampling of our successes in the last 25 years, but statistics tell a story of growth that thanks in part to Forward Sioux Falls. Pardon me. Total construction value has gone up significantly. In 1990, it was more than $116 million. In 2012, it's grown to $490 million, the second highest on record. The median family income in 1990 was $34,305. It doubled to nearly $69,000 in 2012. Some of our major employers have changed names in the last 25 years, and our economy has also diversified. And still our commute time has only gone up by 2 minutes over the last 20 years. The city continues to grow. Our MSA was home to 123,000 people in 1990. We expanded to 4 counties, and we are now home to more than 230,000 people. By 2030, the MSA is expected to grow to more than 358,000 people, with more than 200,000 people calling Sioux Falls home. Our current program, which runs through March of 2016, reflects some of the tried and true initiatives that have served us well for the past 25 years. In October, the National Institutes of Health Small Business Innovation Research Business Technology Transfer Conference will be held here. Approximately 500 people are expected to attend a conference which focuses on how the NIH can partner with small businesses to bring new products and technologies to market. This is a win for our research and technology community to highlight our growing medical research capacity. Through Forward Sioux Falls, the Technology Business Center is partnering with USD in the planning and development of the new USD Research Park. The park will share the campus with the Graduate Education and Applied Research Center, which opened in 2009. Also in 2013, Forward Sioux Falls and South Dakota EPSCoR are sponsoring 2 separate Technology Business Center programs, a 3-day business launch boot camp and a 6-month accelerator program. 6 companies started the accelerator in June. The Technology Business Center first held its accelerator programs in 2012. Forward Sioux Falls continues to sponsor the Innovation Expo, the region's leading entrepreneurial event held in Sioux Falls by the Enterprise Institute. In 2012, the expo grew to 400 participants and received 70 applications for the Student Idea competition. The next stage of encouraging entrepreneurs is by supporting startup businesses and providing early stage capital. We've partnered with the Enterprise Institute in sponsoring and hosting an angel investor training. We also invested $200,000 in the South Dakota Innovation Partners, a seed stage equity fund focused on establishing research and engineering-based companies in the region. Innovation Partners has helped form 10 new companies, another example of planting seeds that will continue to grow. Staff and volunteers continue to hit the road selling Sioux Falls at national conferences. By scheduling appointments with site selectors and business owners in advance, our representatives are able to spend time with quality leads telling our story. Sales and marketing efforts continue to focus on 4 key industries. We continue to build relationships with decision makers and site selectors to sell Sioux Falls. In May, We brought a second group of site selectors to our city to show why Sioux Falls could work for their clients. In 2012, in April, the Sioux Falls Development Foundation attended the Bio Trade Show. We were fortunate to have Governor Dugard and members of his team working with us on a number of prospects and projects. Forward Sioux Falls partnered with Development Counselors International, which specializes in marketing places. DCI used existing research and new research to develop a marketing blueprint to better tell the Sioux Falls story to a national audience. A marketing task force was created to vet out the blueprint and to work with local agencies and the Chamber and Development Foundation to implement the plan. We continue to pitch national media about Sioux Falls because keeping Sioux Falls on the map is still important. In June, we hosted several journalists in the research field. And earlier this year, Sioux Falls was mentioned in a positive economy story in the USA Today, which also included a photo of the event center under construction. 2 weeks ago, a reporter from the New York Times spent a few days in Sioux Falls, and last week, as I mentioned earlier, Sioux Falls was featured in a series in the National Journal about positive economies and growing communities. As part of an internal marketing program to create an army of online marketers promoting Sioux Falls via social media, Forward Sioux Falls also launched its Social Delegates program. We have approximately 40 volunteers sharing positive mentions of Sioux Falls on their Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter profiles. Forward Sioux Falls created the Air Service Committee as part of the 2011-2016 program. The Sioux Falls Regional Airport Authority continues to take an active role in enhancing air service and the facilities at our airport, working with the Air Service Committee in the City of Sioux Falls. Business advocacy remains a top priority. The 2013 legislative session wrapped up with some successes. House Bill 1066, the current half-penny tax on visitor-related businesses, which would have otherwise ended. That tax is primarily paid by tourists and helps raises money for various programs like the South Dakota Arts Council and Archaeological Research Center, along with a few others. Economic development had a win with the creation of the Building South Dakota Fund, a bipartisan initiative supported by South Dakota and the Sioux Falls business leaders. Forward thinking. It's brought us this far and created thousands of jobs and sparked an unparalleled growth and new opportunities for all. Forward thinking can only get us so far, and action is what's measurable. Forward Sioux Falls sets the agenda for action. Now, what must we do to ensure the vitality of tomorrow? It's a question that's still relevant today, just as it was a quarter of a century ago. How can our next 25 years be as productive as the 25 of our most recent past? Forward Sioux Falls isn't just another plan or another project. It began when we felt a need to move forward. It grew as we planned together of what could be done, and now, thanks to your commitment, we continue to build a better Sioux Falls. Thank you for the opportunity to share information about Forward Sioux Falls. Who knows what will grow from the seeds we're continually planting, but thanks to your investment in our community's future through Forward Sioux Falls. Thank you, Council Chairman.
Thank you, Mark. Sioux Falls truly is a great place to live, and it's also a very great, fantastic place to do business. Are there any questions for Mr. Shalanda while we've got him out here? I'd also like to recognize Slater Barr from the Sioux Falls Development Foundation. He's here. And then Amy Smolik of the Marketing Communications Manager for the Sioux Falls Area Chamber of Commerce. Thank you very much, Mark. A great presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman.
Is there any other business before this council at this time? There being none, I'm going to adjourn this meeting. We need 10 minutes and we'll come back with a committee meeting.